"Why are you holding that stone so tightly?" the wise Zen master asked gently, his voice soft like the morning breeze. The young boy looked down at his hand. He hadn't even noticed that he was gripping a small rough stone, holding it as if it were precious. "I don't know," he said quietly. "It just feels safe." The master smiled. Sometimes what feels safe is what keeps us trapped. They were walking along a narrow path in the mountains. The air was calm, the sky silent, and each step echoed softly against the earth. The boy had been unusually quiet that morning. His eyes looked heavy, as if his heart was carrying something far heavier than the stone. After a few steps, the master paused. "Tell me, what troubles your mind?" The boy hesitated. His throat tightened. His eyes flickered with pain he had been hiding. "I lost my friend," he whispered. "He left the village. He didn't even say goodbye. I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking maybe I wasn't important to him." The master listened without interrupting. The wind moved gently through the trees, as if the world itself waited for the boy's words. And the boy added, voice shaking, "I keep thinking I should have done something. Maybe I should have stopped him. Maybe I should have asked him to stay. I keep replaying it again and again." His fingers curled even tighter around the stone. The master nodded slowly. "And this stone, does holding it make your friend return?" The boy shook his head. "Does holding it change what happened?" Another small shake. "So why do you hold it?" The boy looked confused. I don't know. I just can't let it go." The master gently pointed to a deep lake that shimmered nearby. "Come." They walked to the edge of the lake. The water was calm, perfectly still, reflecting the sky like a mirror. The master sat down, and the boy followed. "Look at your hand," the master said. The boy opened his palm. The stone sat there, rough and cold. "When you hold something tightly," the master said, "your hand becomes tense. Your arm becomes tired. Your heart becomes heavy. The longer you hold it, the more it hurts." The boy looked down. His hand was trembling. His fingers were red. "But," the master continued, "you believe that letting go will hurt more than holding on. So you cling, even when it brings pain." The boy's eyes stung with tears. "But he was my friend. I cared about him. Letting go feels like forgetting him." The master's voice softened. "Letting go is not forgetting. It is freeing your heart from holding what no longer lives in the present." The boy blinked. "But how? How do I let go?" The master lifted a small pebble from the ground. He held it gently in his palm. "When you hold a stone with a relaxed hand, it rests softly. It does not harm you. But when you clutch it, it becomes a prison." He closed his fist tightly around the pebble. His knuckles turned white. "Pain is not in the stone," he said. "Pain is in the holding." The boy's chest tightened. A tear rolled down his cheek. "And when you hold tightly to memories, to regrets, to people who have moved on, your heart becomes like this fist, closed, tense, unable to receive anything new." The master opened his hand again, letting the pebble lie peacefully in his palm. An open hand can hold love. A closed fist holds only pain. The boy swallowed hard. "But what if letting go means I will be alone?" The master smiled kindly. "Letting go creates space, and in that space, life brings new things, new friendships, new joys, new moments. But nothing new can enter a heart that is full of yesterday." The boy looked at the stone he held. He could feel how heavy it suddenly seemed. His hand was hurting, but he was still afraid. The master stood and motioned toward the lake. "Throw it." The boy froze. "Throw it?" "Yes," the master said. "Throw it into the lake." The boy stared at the water. It seemed endless, deep, final. I don't know if I can." The master leaned down and whispered, "Sometimes letting go feels like losing, but often it is the first step to finding yourself." The boy took a trembling breath. He lifted his hand. His fingers shook. His heart pounded. He held the stone over the lake, but his grip tightened again. "What if it hurts?" he whispered. "It will," the master answered softly. "But holding on hurts forever. Letting go hurts only once." Silence fell. Slowly, painfully, the boy opened his hand. The stone dropped into the lake with a soft splash. Ripples spread gently across the surface, widening and widening until they disappeared. The boy stared at the water. His hand felt strangely light, empty. But in that emptiness, there was a tiny breath of peace. "It feels strange," he whispered. "Yes," the master said. "Emptiness always feels strange at first. But emptiness is not nothing, it is space. And space is where healing begins." They sat quietly. The wine brushed the boy's face. A weight he had carried for so long began to loosen, little by little. After a while, the master spoke again. "Look at the lake." The boy looked. The ripples were gone. The surface was still again. The lake does not cling to the stone. It allows it to sink. And then it becomes calm. The boy felt his chest loosen. He placed his hand over his heart. "Will I ever stop missing him?" he asked. The master smiled gently. "Missing someone means your heart once loved. That is a beautiful thing. Letting go does not erase love. It simply sets it free." The boy inhaled deeply. For the first time in a long time, his breath did not feel heavy. They stood and began walking back along the path. The master's robes brushed lightly against the ground, and the boy walked beside him, quieter but lighter. As they walked, the boy noticed the sound of birds, the warmth of sunlight, the softness of the earth beneath his feet. Slowly, the world began to feel alive again. When they reached the village gate, the boy stopped. He looked at his empty hand, then at the sky. "I think," he said softly, "I can breathe again." The master placed a gentle hand on his shoulder. That is the gift of letting go. When your hands are free, your heart can finally open. The boy closed his eyes, and a tiny smile touched his lips. The wind moved through his hair, warm and gentle, carrying away the last echo of the weight he once held. And in that quiet moment, he took his first peaceful step into a new tomorrow. This is God of Inspire. Thanks for watching and stay focused.